Morning, guys. Welcome to the eve of Scouring the West Farthing. Or morning eve. Not sure how that works. Anyways, it's the morning and it's Friday. Yeah, it's here. It's awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed the sneak peek yesterday. Originally hadn't intended on releasing that until later this evening, but George put in a ridiculous amount of work into that table, as I'm sure you can tell, and he was just excited to get it up, build some excitement in the community, and provide some inspiration. So, hope you guys are all enjoying that. I know I did. I am almost upset that I'm not going to have the opportunity to play on it. Maybe tonight. Although I'm not sure how my winter-themed Iron Hill Dwarves are going to look on that table, but I don't care. If I get the chance to play it, I will. For those of you coming tonight, it's definitely going to be available to play, as well as those of you who are lucky enough to draw on that table during the tournament. Lots to do today. Lots to do to get ready for KegsCon. Lots to do to get ready for Scouring West Farthing. There's going to be 2 events in the hotel tonight. There's going to be our event, which is going to be held in the, I think they call it the Smart Center or something like that. It's a smaller conference room. It's going to accommodate us just fine, hopefully, unless we get inundated and flooded, in which case our room is just 2 doors down, so we can definitely put some overflow in there and make sure everybody has an excellent time. The boys from Kegs and KegsCon will also be downstairs. The hotel is very eccentric in the way that it's laid out. It's what they call a boutique hotel. Beautifully set up, however, somewhat confusing to get around. So there's lots and lots of signs posted on the wall to tell you where you're going, what you're looking for. Just know that Kegs is 311, I believe it is. If it's not, I'll reconfirm that, but I'm pretty sure we're 311, and that conference room is 2 doors down from us. The restaurant in the front is called the Chilled Cork. Very nice restaurant, kind of a higher class restaurant, but they'll do a burger, they'll do whatever you want. There is a small banquet hall off of that restaurant, and that is where the Kegs guys are going to be tonight. They're doing some board gaming. I think there's maybe a couple miniature games. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that, but by all means go down, check them out, say hi, see what's going on. Friday's generally low-key, but we're also gaining traction this year as far as attendance goes, it seems. So if that is the case, there may be more people down there than we've ever had. So really hoping that this is going to be a good year for the boys at Kegs and successful for KegsCon. We are absolutely thrilled to be partnered with them for this event, and hopefully it's something that we can continue. There's different options at that hotel as far as space goes to accommodate a tournament if we were to say get any larger than what we basically got here. But there's definitely room to expand on that. So really looking forward to making this sort of an OHA marquee event. Looking forward to build on the relationship with the Americans. Chatham's proximity to the border, you're an hour and a half away from Detroit. So whether people are flying in, whether people are driving, it's a pretty short run from the border, down Detroit way. So we're talking like maybe the group from the Chicago area, Illinois. I think there's a group in Kentucky. Anyways, building bridges with our Yankee partners to see if we can make something work. And I know I've toyed with the idea of an event sort of pitted American versus Canadian, so stay tuned for that. Excited about that if we can make it happen. But all that being said, obviously primary focus is for the OHA, as well as obviously focusing on the tournament. Not as much on my part, simply because I'm the demo guy, which is awesome. Cheers. It basically means that I don't have to work as hard as George and Evan. I shouldn't say George. There's a good possibility George might be playing, and if he is playing, then he got the best of both worlds here, which is absolutely fitting given the amount of work he's put into it. As far as I'm concerned, there would be nothing finer than to let the guy play on the fabulous tables that he's built. So here's hoping that he does get the opportunity to throw some dice and gets to enjoy all of that ridiculous work. So there was a small announcement on the page with regards to the setup for tonight. I was unaware that basically the hotel will not allow private alcohol, I guess, in the conference room, but they will provide bar service from the restaurant. So we'll be 2 doors down. If we need to go down there, have a couple drinks, maybe get the odd one at the room, the conference room, they'll do it directly up. They'll bring up a tub with ice. We just buy 8-10 beer. They'll make sure it's there, or whatever you want. They do have, for those of you interested, they do have quite the Scotch selection at this hotel. Every once in a while I've been known to indulge in that, generally at KegsCon, and it becomes quite costly, but anyways, it's well worth it. So nice Scotch menu there to choose from, as well as food and the like. So they do some pretty good stuff, finger foods and things of that nature. So we will address that, as a group when we get there. If everybody wants to do that, if everybody wants to, grab a bite, if everybody wants to order pizza, doesn't matter to me. Whatever is going to be, enjoyable for everybody. So really excited about that. I'll be even more excited when I'm at the hotel having a beer, filming another one of these, talking to you, telling you how everything went. We're going to get cracking on that now. George is going to be down shortly. And we'll start making the first of probably many trips to get everything there. The other problem we have, obviously, is storage. The hotel's been kind enough to allow us to store some stuff in some various places, so it's kind of scary because the OHA goodies are going to be sort of spread out over here and over here and over here, which, can be a little worrisome. The tables themselves, that is the trick with building boards. And I'm sure anybody else, fellas at the GBHL, maybe can attest to this. When you build a full-size board, it becomes an absolute pain in the ass to transfer. They're just big. They're big. They're bulky. You got to get them where you're going. So one's not bad, two's not bad. You got 4. It's it becomes a logistical nightmare. So that is what we're dealing with today, which is fine, because you've seen the caliber of the boards. We're going to do whatever we need to do to get them there. I actually told George last night, I said, I really don't want to take that table in my truck. I don't want the liability. That thing's ridiculously awesome, and if something were to happen, I don't know what I'd do. But all went well. So I knew I had to do something in the forge today because I'm going to be away, and we're going to have some filming locations, obviously, outside of our usual OHA Forge location. So I didn't want to leave the old girl behind. Make sure that we got at least something filmed this weekend down here. P&P will be happening tonight, hopefully, providing nothing goes too far sideways. But stay tuned. Stay tuned for more updates about Scouring. And most importantly, cheers and safe travels to those of you who are on their way from afar. And look forward to seeing you all. And we'll have a pint when you get here. Cheers, boys.